Well, good morning, everyone. You have just tuned in to the Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. And this morning, we are going to do a little bit of exploration and do a preview of Zoom with a special guest. And just so you know who this is, my name is Lowell Ann, and I work with solopreneurs, helping them take their business to the next level. So stay tuned. I'll be right back right after this. Well, here we are, and greetings wherever you are, and welcome to the Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. We do this on a weekly basis, and it is intended as a support to all the other solopreneurs that are watching or participating. We get together because we enjoy each other's company, but we also like to exchange ideas and information, and we seem to be doing lots of experimenting these days. We all give and receive support. And by the way, you can discover what we stand for by reviewing the operating principles on this page. That is my website page. So I want to welcome our viewers and invite them to check in by telling us where you are in the comments and say a little something about what you do. So now it's time to introduce the folks in the green room this morning. So let's see, who shall I ask to begin this morning? Well, Nathan, how about you? How would you like to introduce yourself?
I had a feeling you were going to go for me this morning. My name is Nathan Siegel. I'm in Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico at the moment. My main gig for the last 20 years has been writing, and I've just decided to do a major project. The working title of a book is called Brain Hacks: How to Create Lasting Change in 5 Minutes a Day. And so what I'm going to be looking for, hopefully some support from the group, is about fundraising. Because in years past, I've funded every single project I've ever done. This time around, I need some help in order to get some of the funds I need to make this one fly. So if any of you have any suggestions or can point me in the right direction, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Right on. Well, I have to tell you something. It's raised it for me. Something occurred that is quite surprising. I noticed that our guest Andrew had a link to his PayPal Me in YouTube. So I copycatted and put that up there. And this week I've been doing some bookkeeping and catching up in year end, and I can see that somebody donated some money into my PayPal account The name makes I've never heard of that person. And the other thing is I've got to go in and see if I can figure out why I didn't receive some kind of a notification. I just got money in my PayPal account from somebody I don't know. So there's one way to do it, Nathan.
Thank you. I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah,
Thanks for the tip.
yeah,
It's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
yeah. Oh dear, and I thought that was kind of a lovely surprise. So, yeah, that's good. Nice to have you, Nathan. So the next person in my little film strip here is Alana. How would you like to introduce yourself? And you need to unmute.
Ooh, I'm on the spot. Hello, everyone. Alana here, coming to you from the Emerald Isle of Ireland, where it is 5:06 in the afternoon. And I run a website called EmptyNesterBlog.com, where I teach empty nesters how to make money online. And as a result of all the training I've received from Wealthy Affiliate, I have also have a virtual assistant business. So that's me. Happy to be here and looking forward to the topic at hand.
Aha, right on. So, Alana, you might want to tilt your screen because that's better.
Yeah, the window, I have a window here on my left, so it kind of makes the lighting a bit odd.
Yeah. And I'm noticing that the leaf blower is outside my place today, so I hope you can't hear it. So, let's see, who shall I pick on next? Hey, Paul, how would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Paul, and my company's TTG International Management. We simply turn ideas into profitable actions. I'm located in beautiful Victoria, BC, and I'm so far away from Lowland that we can have coffee together in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. Which we did this week. So, or was that last week? I guess that was last week, wasn't it? So glad you made it, Paul. So you're in a fairly bright location this morning.
I am, eh?
And you look as though you're standing.
No, I'm actually sitting. I'm doing this on my phone just to see how this works out.
Oh, you're kidding. Right on.
No.
Okay. All righty. Welcome here. Always welcome. Fred, how about you?
Hello, I'm Fred Jones. I'm also located in well, it's not the Emerald Island. It's, what do we call Vancouver Island?
I don't know. I know we call Victoria the city of flowers.
Okay, well, I'm near the City of Flowers. I'm in Saanich now. I left Jay behind. I'm no longer his neighbor in Langford. So yesterday I moved to Saanich.
Right
And
on.
I'm the creator of Our Future Leaders, which is a cutting edge online group coaching program for young people. And it helps these young people with their communication, their leadership skills, their self-confidence, and helps them, when they enter adulthood to become our future leaders. I'm
Right.
having fun with some homeschool children at the moment. It's really been a lot of fun.
Right on. I think that's so cool. I'm going to go to the next. Andrew, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself now because I've still got a couple more people. So just introduce yourself now and we'll get back to you when it's time. Andrew is our special guest this morning.
Okay, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed the opportunity. Normally I'm doing something at the same time, so I don't get a chance to get here a lot. I'm Andy Hatchett, co-founder of the user-to-user community on Google. We've been on the air now we're in our 5th year. And basically it's a community just to help people. It started out to help with hangouts on the air. We've gone through several different platforms looking at them. Zoom seems to be of interest to a lot of my people, so I threw this thing together and we'll be talking about it a little later. Basically, that's me. I've now opened the room. We're open 12 hours a day, 11 a.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. You need any type of help with video or anything, drop by. If we can't answer it, we know somebody who can.
All right. And I certainly have dropped in the odd time. So it's a lovely service that you provide, Andrew. Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Vivek, what's new with you these days?
Namaste. My name is Vivek. Nothing particularly new. I just actually came back from my morning shift, and has been a busy day. But yeah.
Well, it's nice to have you here, and I must say that I just so that you know, Vivek has been using my Amazon affiliate link, and it worked finally. So just so you know, and thanks. So I can see that Jay is here, but it looks like he's on the telephone. So maybe we'll just let him carry on. Life does happen in the fast lane, doesn't it? So have I got everybody? I'm looking to see to make sure that I haven't forgot. Oh, Bill. Bill.
Is that guy here again? Us tech guys are really underrated and ignored quite often. But yes, I'm here. I'm coming from Belize for my 23rd last day before I make the move to Canada. And at that point, I'm going to be starting a new outreach that I recall Freak to Geek, which is my journey from being a computer illiterate person to somebody who's looking to help people get started in creating presentations, get those ideas out of your head onto video or into brochures or whatever medium you want. And so I'm going to be doing that on Twitch, where I'll be doing live demonstrations and hopefully bringing people who want to do that stuff online, just to pay forward all the things I've been taught by so many people I've met online in the last 3 or 4 years. And that's basically it. And I will be monitoring the comments today. So anybody who's out there, please check in. Be sure to ask Andrew any questions you have on Zoom, because I can tell you he's a master of Zoom. He's put a lot of work and a lot of research into it. So he's the best guy to answer your questions. And I'm looking forward to today. So.
Mm-hmm. Right on. And I just love your virtual background there, Fred. Bill. Oh, what is it you call that? A brain fart, I think. At least maybe that's a maritime expression. I don't know. Anyway, Jay, you're off the phone. How would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jay. My company is Magi Studios, and we help people get started in the world of online marketing through coaching, consulting, and training. Happy to be here, located in beautiful sunny Langford, where it's a balmy 11 degrees.
It's not sunny this morning,
I got a sunburn
Jay.
walking from my car to the office. So.
Maybe somebody else believes that.
If I wanted to look up Magi Studios, how many M's is that?
As many as you want, my friend.
Oh dear. Well, I'm glad you made it.
Actually, I was gonna have to leave, but my 9:15 just had to postpone. So I'm
that's perfect.
I'm here for the full hour. So
right on. Perfect.
Assuming it doesn't get too lively with Andrew here. So yeah.
So welcome to everyone. I'm looking just to make sure that I haven't overlooked somebody. So I just thought, I mean, in this group, we have sort of done quite some time ago a little bit of an exploration of Zoom, quite a long time ago. And at one stage of the game, Bill did a presentation about creating a virtual background, which I haven't got mine turned on this morning. I should do that. Maybe I will shortly. But But so we're all a little bit familiar, and of course, I made the decision. It's quite a while ago now, maybe a couple of months, to move away from Google Hangouts and use Zoom. And I did that once I realized that you could live stream using this lovely tool called OBS, Open Broadcast System. And so it a lot of these things all came together. And so here we are. Everybody that's in this room is using Zoom, is participating through Zoom. But I'll tell you, there's quite a bit to know, especially if you want to be hosting. And I certainly have to admit that I'm still learning. So I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago that Jay, you asked, you asked Bill, how on earth did you get that background? And then we started talking about the fact that Zoom was there, and both Bill and I said, oh, we know somebody was going to be doing something shortly. So that was what led to my thinking about bringing Andrew to help us out. So I'm thinking, Andrew, how would you like to proceed? Would you like to sort of talk about this a little bit first, or would you like us all to throw our questions in, or how would you like to go?
Well, it's funny. I was going to ask you the same thing because I'm getting ready. First, I'll go ahead and get the official announcement out of the way. April the 16th, I'll be starting a series of 3 on the 16th, 17th, and 19th. I'll be doing shows running through every single setting in meetings, in the Zoom meetings. If you've got the free account, there are 52 of them. If you've got the paid account, there are 92 of them.
Whoa.
So, I mean, it's really flexible. You can make it jump through almost any hoops you want. But before you start to learn how to set up a meeting or how to host a meeting, you've got to know what those defaults and options are depending on what your particular use case is. Mm-hmm. So I'll be doing that for 3 nights, going through the meaning and options of everything. I've got a spreadsheet that I'll be sharing that can serve as a template. So if you've got 3 different use cases that you regularly do, you'll be able to mark your defaults and your options for that particular use case, and they'll be on a different tab on the worksheet book, so you can keep track and know when you need to change the next thing. Because in Zoom, when you change one of those settings, it becomes sticky until the next time you change it. And you can go in and change back to the original, but you have to do it one by one. There is no way to do like a complete reset at one time. So I can either show you the Zoom meeting page and, show you what it looks like right now. I'll be giving Lola the link to the shared worksheet later so it can go into the details in the video and everything. But if you all have got just questions you want to ask right now, that's fine too. Whatever you all want or need.
What does anybody have any burning questions right now? If not, maybe we could just go in and have a look.
Okay.
Can I just make a quick?
Yeah.
Andrew, you were saying that you're going to share a Google Doc of some sort, or a Google Sheet.
A Google Sheet, yeah.
Okay. So may I make the recommendation that you officially announce that you don't have people request access to edit?
Right.
What happens when I share Google Sheets to people? I do a webinar on Fridays, and what happens is I get a lot of people, they go to file and they want to have it in their own drive. So what they do is they request access to edit the file to be able to copy it and paste it, whereas they can just go files, put in your own drive. It just saves you from getting a plethora of emails.
Thank you for the tip. Thank you.
Perhaps it's just more of a suggestion. So
yeah, because this is actually the first time I've ever done a public sharing of something. Yes. I mean, I've shared, with different people, but
heed my warning.
That anybody can get to, that's something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks. if you get something, then what the people need to do is make their own copy.
Yeah,
there is a setting. Make their own copy of it and save it if they want it.
Right, because what they'll be able to do is just view mine, and then they make their own copy, and then they can edit it or change it or do whatever it is they want to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, let me get into a screen share here.
Right on.
And we will go where I thought I had. Okay, we're going to share this one right here.
And for everybody's knowledge, Andrew probably has about 3 or 4 computers all going simultaneously in front of him.
Actually, today I've only got 2.
Oh, really?
I've got the tower and the laptop. I haven't turned the Chromebooks over on the other side of the room. Okay. One thing about Zoom is you do not have to have an account to attend a Zoom meeting. All you need is the software on your computer. So if you get a link to join the Zoom room, somebody sends you an invitation, you just click that link. If you don't have the software, it will prompt you to download it. It's a quick, easy download. Then you click the link and bang, you're in here, just like with Low-Land's link, how you come in. Mm. This is let me get rid of these things. I forgot to turn off my notifications so they don't come up. This is basically when you go to your software, this is what it looks like. Now, this menu on this far left side, that will change according to what type of account you have. You've got a free account, you've got the pro paid account, and then you've got a multi-license account. You can buy more than one license, and then you can share that license out to whoever you want, but you are the owner of the account. They can use it, but you own it. You can, and that's what I've got. And you'll see here, account profile and account settings. If I go to account settings and I've got somebody else on my license, I can set these so that they can or cannot do something. Like let people into the meeting beforehand. I can set it so that I can do it, but I can stop the other person from allowing people into their meeting beforehand, because I always want them there to be acting as hosts.
Oh, yes. There's a question. Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the features here. Only signed-in users with specified domains can join meetings. I see that. So,
right.
Is that so if I only wanted people from Low-Land.com, like let's say Low-Land had a membership website on her domain, so by activating that therein restricts only people who are on that domain to be able to see that, or to be able to see the Zoom meeting?
Yeah, it restricts it so that they can't even sign into the Zoom meeting unless they're on that domain.
Okay.
If you set up so that you require registration or logging in, if they don't have that domain, they can't even log in.
Okay. And then what tier is that feature available? Is that
that would be basically you would get a pro license. You buy 2 pro licenses.
Yes.
One for you and one for whoever you wanted to share out.
Okay.
If you had several people, like your business, if you've got 4 or 5 employees and they're already set up, with your business mail domain, you can restrict it to that domain, and all your people could come in, but nobody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you.
Now, I don't know. I have clicked, I turned it on, and I get a pop-up that's saying turn on,
only sign-in
settings
users
that have been previously changed for groups will be kept as is. I don't know whether you all are seeing that little pop-up that says
we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So, Andrew, the other thing I think it's really important to clarify is that there's a difference between meetings and workshops or webinars in Zoom, right?
A big meeting, a big meeting.
Yeah.
In Zoom meetings, you can, depending on your computer equipment, have up to 49 people on screen at the same time in a
Wow.
meeting. In a webinar, you can have 100 panelists on screen at the same time.
Wow.
But in a webinar, everybody that's not a panelist is just a viewer. They can listen and they can view, but they cannot talk. It's like the audience out there on YouTube right now. We know they're there. We don't know what they're saying, but they can attend the event and watch it, but that's all they can do.
Yeah. Okay.
And the webinar features an extra $40 a month. The pro license is $15 on a monthly basis. However, they've got a great deal. If you take the webinar and the pro license and pay by the year, it averages out to $45 a month total. So you wind up saving quite a bit of money. You can take it on a monthly basis, and there's no contract. You can change from month to month. If you've got a pro license and you want a webinar for 1 month, you take that for $40 that month. You can drop it next.
Okay.
But if you know that you're going to be using it a lot, you save a great deal of money if you just go ahead and do both of them by the year. It's well worth it, in my opinion. Yes, dear. Alana.
Andrew, does Zoom have a chat feature where if someone isn't a panelist, they can type a message in a chat room or something?
Yes, they do. Okay. And it's the host has the ability to either let people chat only to him or to everybody, including him, or to allow individual chat between two people. And those are not seen by anybody except the two people involved.
Now, you might like to know that I have chat turned off. And the reason I have chat turned off is because we are live streaming and recording all of this to YouTube, and I didn't want those chat things popping up in the middle of the recording. So you can't, but you have to turn it off before you start. But so there is chat, but and if you've got a meeting happening and you want people to be able to do that, that's one thing. But if you're doing a recording that you're going to be sharing later, you may not want to do that.
Yeah, and Zoom has their own cloud. With the meetings, you cannot stream to Facebook or to YouTube. You can stream to Workplace on Facebook in the meeting. Now, if you take the webinar package, you can stream to either Facebook or to the regular YouTube. I'm hoping that filters down into the meeting thing at some point. But, like I said, these are just the meeting controls. And like I said, there's a bunch of them. There are only 9 turned on by default. But these are my personals that I've already turned. As you can see, I've turned almost everything on. And then that's the meeting schedule. And then you've got more. These are the settings for the different ways you can set to record. You can record the active speaker view or the gallery view and the gallery view. You get an audio file in case you want to turn it into a podcast. They've got the file there for you. And you can save the chat. You don't have to worry about at the end of the meeting copying and pasting it into a notepad or something to preserve it. At the end of the thing, it saves it for you automatically. And then they've got a option to record it, optimize it for third-party video editors. It's a really they've really thought about this program a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't found anything that I can't do with it. And then they even allow telephone call in. And if you notice, they provide call in numbers for a number of countries.
Wow.
Yeah. Then you can also, they've got an extended premier package that allows toll free call ins from several countries. It's an additional, I forget what it starts at, but it's a package you can do. And you can set it up so that you can allow people to call in by phone, use only the internet, VoIP, or allow both. I always say it's best to allow both because you never know what's best for the people that
Right.
may want to come in to watch. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know what their situation is. So
Yeah.
give them as many options as you can so that they can get in contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. But yeah, you go back to the meetings, it's like everything. There's the telephone choices right there, audio
Yeah.
type.
Yeah.
You have to 3 of them. The join before host, if you set that up, they can come in and not be held in the waiting room. They can come in and be typing among themselves, talking before you even get there.
Mm.
The first person in, quote, gets host capabilities.
Oh.
But the minute you come in, because it's your account, you own it, you set up the meeting, the minute you come into the room, that all hosting privileges revert to you. Although you do have an option to make somebody a host or a co-host. If
And
you make
Andrew, I might
Mhm.
just stop you there and say, yes, we are live streaming this through OBS, and Bill has been providing technical support to me and so forth. And so I have set up my Zoom in such a way that Bill is set up as a co-host, so that if something awful happens to my system, then I've got a co-host that can step in and do things.
That
So
is a very good way to set things up. One thing about making somebody a host, if you have set up the meeting and you're hosting the meeting and you make somebody a host, then they are the host. You cannot take that away from them.
mm-hmm.
They don't, they don't have to give up. So if you're dealing with a bunch of people you don't know well, making them a co-host lets them do almost everything a host can do, except they can't end the meeting, and there's one other thing that they can't do. But unless you know somebody real well, I would be a little bit leery of turning over full hosting privileges to them, since I couldn't take it back, because the next thing you know, they could take over as host and they could kick you out of your own meeting.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's not a good thing.
No, 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 no.
But there are things now. Let me see if I can bring up my thing here.
So again, also, just so that everybody is aware, there is a free version of Zoom.
Yes.
And that allows two people indefinite access to chit chat from their computers. If you're having more than, is it 2 or 3, Andrew?
It starts when the third person comes in. As long
Okay.
as it's 1-to-1, it's unlimited.
Yeah, okay.
The minute
All right.
the third
So,
person
yeah.
comes in, that's when it starts.
Okay. So if you have 3 or more people in your meeting, then you only have 40 minutes. So if you can handle what you're doing in less than 40 minutes, then you're okay. I decided that there are lots of times that we go way over 60 minutes in this instance, and so I decided to go with the Pro.
Yeah.
So I am doing the Pro, and Andrew, here's a piece that I don't know. If you pay for the full year for Pro, do you get a break on that too?
Yeah, if you buy just the meeting, not the webinar, but
Yeah.
just the meeting,
Yeah.
it's normally $14.95 a month.
Yes.
If you pay by the year, I think it averages out to something like $12.43 per month. So you're saving.
Okay.
Basically, you wind up, you get like almost 2 free months if you pay by the year
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
by the month.
Okay.
And also about that 40-minute time thing, if 3 people runs out, but you can turn right around and start another one, even though each individual meeting is set for a 40-minute time limit. There is an unlimited number of meetings that you can hold, even on the free account. You could run them back to back to back to back to back all day long.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do that with the same URL, can you not, Andrew?
Yes, in fact, that's what I do. Every day right now. I've got a room open over on user to user that is open from 11 a.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. I keep it open 12 hours a day. It has used the same meeting link for the last 3 months. The secret is when you set up the meeting, they allow you to not specify a time, either beginning or ending. So it's always there. You can do the same thing. So people can come in to the room, because I allow it join ahead of time. People can come in and work together there and collaborate when I'm not there. They don't have to even start up their own meeting to do it. The only problem is I can't do any recording.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and recording. There's another little piece that I might share from my own perspective. I have used Zoom numerous times when I wanted to do a little welcome video or whatever, and it will record. And once you've closed the meeting, then it will download the copies of an MP3 and the audio and what was it? Oh, comments. It will download those things to your computer after you close the meeting.
Yes, and that's one thing with the free account. With the free account, it will always record to your local computer. You cannot upload. It won't save to the Zoom cloud. The Pro account, you get your choice of recording it to your local computer or recording it to the cloud.
Oh, that's useful to know. Okay, right on.
Now, what's on the screen right now is the work sheet, the Google sheet that I'll be sending out. As you see, it's got those are the settings for the basic account. Those are the settings for the Pro account, and these are the settings for the multi.
Oh, we're seeing your in the screen share. We're seeing the Zoom page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder why that is. Well, let's see if I can do a new share.
Well, Andrew, I think you just need to switch to your slide, your document tab. Right now you have your Zoom tab highlighted.
Which Zoom tab are we talking about?
Where you're screen sharing the settings.
Okay,
there.
What are you seeing now?
So in your browser.
Okay.
We're seeing the sheet now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the settings. And now, what I did was I did not click anything in my browser. Once I'm screen sharing, I get a control panel across the top. It says new share, so I can click on that and share another thing without having to go back to another tab. I just pick it and go. But this is the settings for the basic account. These are the settings for the Pro account. These are the account settings that you have available to you if you have if you've got more than one license on your account, so that you can control. Most of the time they match up, but here, like only signed in users, that's on if you got multiple licenses, that's the only time you'd want it. On the regular pro account, if it's just you, you don't
Right.
really need that, because if you're the only one in your organization, a solopreneur,
Right.
you
Right.
don't
Of
have
course.
that.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I've got all
Oh my
92
word! How
Yeah.
many?
It's 92 if you
Wow.
go through everything. And like I say, during the 3 days that I'll be doing that, we will be discussing every single one of those and under what use cases you may want to use them or why you would not want to use them or whatever. And I'll be sharing that with everybody.
Right.
And basically, that is it. If anybody's got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have a
Well,
question.
I just wanted to mention one thing, though, that when you look at all those settings, it looks really ominous. And I want people to know that you can basically jump on Zoom and get started with the default settings.
Yeah.
But learning all of these other settings will allow you to streamline it to your exact. So don't be threatened by the fact that there's 93 settings.
Yeah.
Right.
And I will say this about Zoom. They have regular multi events every single day, Monday through Friday. Particularly on Tuesdays and Fridays, most of their stuff they do in a webinar format. Tuesdays and Fridays they do in the meeting format. So you actually are on screen, you get to ask questions. You get to go into break rooms and the whole 9 yards. There's a whole thing, and if you can get to those things, it's really helpful because they can answer any questions. Their website help support is phenomenal. You can search by word for anything, pull up multiple articles. They've got, I think, 60 something under 1 minute videos. You want to know how to sign on? It's marvelous.
And they also have chat help. And one night I was really frustrated. I waited a whole 22 seconds for somebody to respond.
Yeah, their chat help on their website. It's the best program I have ever run into, period. And I think I've tried every one that's out there on the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember when we used to all be doing business hangouts. I remember that.
I found out something last night too about Workplace on Facebook.
Right.
They have started starting tomorrow, they will be doing a weekly webinar live. You can register for. You'll never guess what platform they're using to do it.
Oh, yes.
It's
I
not
remember you
Zoom,
saying
it's GoToMeeting.
GoToMeeting. Wow. Interesting.
It's like, yes, I was with them a long time ago and now I'm not. But, I thought everybody, if you're interested in, and it's funny because that Workplace at Facebook right now is the only place you can stream a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, two. It's just sort of really weird, but that's,
Right on. Okay. So I thought Alana was waving, but I see your screen has gone black. So Fred, I see you're waving, but you're muted.
All right. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask the basic program or the free one, how many people can join? I got the impression it's only 2. It's just 1. Whereas I know some of the others, I had a free session on it.
No. Only one person has to have the Zoom license. The host has to have a Zoom license. Anybody else can just have a
link
software on it, but you can have up to 100 people attend.
No, but the free license, I don't want to have a license. I just want to use the free service. It's something free. What I get for free? I don't want to pay a penny. I don't want anyone to have a license.
That's what I'm saying. The free license, the host has to actually have a Zoom account. Okay, Anybody else only has to have the software on their machine. They don't even have to have a Zoom account. So once you get your free license, you start your meeting, you can have up to 100 people come in. Click on that link, and you can have what you'll wind up with is a screen that's got 25 people on it, and then you can pan over and get the next 25 people. But you can have up to 100 people in the thing.
But
The-
for,
the
but
confusion might
only
be
for
coming
40
from-
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're doing free and you got more than 2 people in it, it would be limited to 40 minutes, even if you had 100 people there, and you'd have to start a new meeting. But it could be started with the same
Link.
same room number, so it's no big thing, you know. I'll be when I start the course on the 16th, I'll be putting in links to all the help pages and the videos and the whole thing. And in fact, I've got a collection on Google Plus right now. The meetings on Tuesdays and Fridays that are held in meeting format, they only send the recordings of those out to the people who actually attend. They do not.
You mean the Zoom support meetings?
Yeah. They only make it available to those who attend those meetings. However, once they send that to those people, they don't care if those people then share it out to other people. They just don't make it available. So I've started putting a link. I've got a collection, and just the ones held in meeting format. There's a collection of mine on YouTube that you can go back and watch those previously held meetings.
Right. So, there's Alana. You were waving before that you had a question.
No, I don't think it was me. My question was in regard to chat. So that question got answered. So it might have been someone else.
No, I thought I saw that. So, anybody else? Any questions? Because I have a couple that but I want to make sure everybody has a chance to ask what they want to know. No? Okay. So, Andrew, the cost of your program.
It's free.
Okay. I just needed to.
I
wanted to bring that up so that you could say that.
Anything that I ever do is totally free. I don't charge anything for anything. I mean, I'm retired. I've got nothing to do but sit here and do this type of thing. Now, I see we lost Nathan, but I was going to encourage him also about that PayPal Me account.
Mm-hmm.
That I put the link up on my YouTube channel art. It's the very first link. And like you, I've got 2 people that they've never appeared in my community. I have no idea who they are, but monthly I've got 2 people that make regular contributions, and then I pick up every once in a while somebody will throw something in the city, you know. I was actually surprised at the response. I sort of did it just to see if it could be done.
Yeah.
Because now I know that YouTube has a donate button, but there are restrictions about using that donate button. It has to be, a charity and everything. But the PayPal Me is just a link to a PayPal, and in the description I just put care to donate.
Yes.
And you click that, it takes you to the PayPal Me thing.
That's what I did too.
Yeah,
I copied you.
I guess about a year now, and like I say, it surprised me that every once in a while, just, but I'm surprised you don't get a notification when somebody does it, because I do.
You do. So maybe I need to go in and look. I need to go into PayPal Me and look at the notifications or
there
whatever.
May be a setting that for them to notify you, and you just hadn't turned it on yet.
Maybe that's what I'm hoping, because now I feel guilty as heck, because here's this person that donated $11. It came into my account. And I mean, I feel guilty as hell for not even being, acknowledging or saying thank you or doing
But
something.
I know it's just really a neat little thing, though.
So, I've sort of thought. I mean, looking at that, I'm thinking you could probably put that link on your website somewhere too. I haven't.
I'm sure
I
you
haven't
could.
done that. I'm going to be rearranging everything, and shortly, and that's something I need to think about. So if I were
Yeah.
going to put that, where would I put it, and how would I introduce it, or what would I say about it, and all of
Yeah,
that?
and
Yeah.
like Granny said, never overlook an opportunity for somebody to give you money.
Your granny said that day. Right.
She was a wise old woman.
Okay, so now everybody has heard that this series of 3 nights that Andrew is going to do in relation to Zoom. Now that what time of day and like how are you going to do it? Are you going to open a Zoom meeting and invite
Yes.
people in, or are you
Well,
going to live stream, or
no,
how
I
are you
will
going to
not
do
be
that?
live streaming.
Okay.
What will happen is I will set up a Zoom meeting
Mm-hmm.
and I'll put the link, just the link to the meeting out, and I'll probably, share it to my thing. I'll share it, to your account. I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably also do notifications in my collections and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'll do is I will post a public link to it.
Mm-hmm.
But unless people are really interested in Zoom, I'd like to have a lot of people there, but not a whole lot, and I'd like to know most of them.
Right.
Like I've got like what 100 and something people in the user community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a lot of them will show up. Your crowd,
Yeah.
there are people there that are interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael and his bunch,
His
there are
crowd.
people interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll actually start promoting it probably about the 10th, because by that time I will have time to have gone through the new update that they released at 3 o'clock yesterday morning. After I had all this worked up and everything, got all ready for this. Then they announced Friday they're doing an update Sunday. It didn't come out till 3 o'clock a.m. Monday morning. They have got some really good updates. One of them is the ability, it lets the individual zoom in and out on shared content, which is really good when your eyes are 74 years old. They're not like 23. So you can adjust the content to what you need to see, and it doesn't affect what the other people see.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I really
No,
like.
I think
about
that's
Zoom.
really. I forgot. I didn't notice it when you did the screen share to see whether I could do that. Darn.
Well, here.
Can I interrupt for just a second, folks?
Sure.
Please
I want to
do.
bring a comment on screen. Hopefully everybody's seen that. It's from, and I'm sorry if I butcher the name, it's either Jay-Z Greer or Jazz Greer, but he
Jazz.
says, very interesting, love Zoom. And I think all of us here that have used Zoom would agree with that.
Oh yes, and I remember Jazz. I think that's how you say it. I remember him from what? Way back when we were all doing something with Martin Shervington. I remember that name. So welcome here, Jazz. Isn't that cool? Oh, cool. All right, Andrew, I have another question, and if you would, if you want to share, do another screen share, we'll look at that and see if we can do it. But
Okay.
I need to make sure that we are all aware of what time your Zoom meetings starting on the 16th. That's a Monday, right?
That's a Monday.
Yeah. What time?
It will start at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
And is there going to be pre-registration required for those, Andrew, or are they just...
Actually, there's going to be.
Right.
But the link that I will be sharing will be to the registration page. And then I will set up that meeting as a recurring meeting for 3 times for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so that the same link will be used all 3 times. And I'll set it up so that you can register once and come in all 3 times. I won't set it up where you're required to register for coming in each time.
Right.
That's another thing I like about Zoom. You can set it up so that they can, when you're doing registration and reoccurrence, you can set it up so that they can register once or attend anything, or they can register once for each reoccurring event, or they can pick, the 1st, 5th, and 7th time. You get the whole list of all the events, and you just do the checkbox of which ones you want to register for. It's really, really flexible.
It's also very handy because I know Andrew just did an OBS study group that Lolan and I were a part of, and it was 14 weeks long, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to go in and register for all 14 links, all 14 events at one time. So I didn't have to worry for the next 14 weeks that I didn't get a notification because I forgot to register that week. Mm-hmm. So that is a very cool and
it shows up in my Google Calendar. I don't know how, but it does. So that's a really thing. So it's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Oh dear. So I hope that you're going to record because Tuesday is a no-no for me. That's my regular choir.
Oh, okay.
So but if you record, then I should be able to go in and at least listen.
Yeah.
In.
Oh yeah. I'm going to record. I was thinking about doing it 3 Mondays, but that drags it out so long, and it's like, I thought, well, Monday, I didn't do Wednesdays because, Michael and Heather have the H&M show.
Their show,
night. And of course, Friday night is the Plus Word Game Show.
Yes, right.
So those evenings are out, So I took what was left for that particular week.
Yeah, right. Oh dear. Okay, so we have a few minutes left. Mm-hmm. Would you like to share screen and let's see if we can access this this
I'm
new
going to
thing.
share my whole desktop. Okay. Now why? Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm seeing actually 2 screens. So what if I click on that? No.
Okay, if you go up to the top, you should up at the top see a black bar that says sharing screen, and it's got view options and a green.
Yes.
Okay, click the black part says view options, and that you'll get a drop down, and in that, of course, it's different for the host.
Hide panel, fit to window.
Yeah, and I think above fit to window is the percentage says Zoom.
That comes down after, and then hide view panel. It says annotate and exit full screen and side-by-side mode is what I get.
Okay, all right. If it says Zoom in that drop-down menu, then it should have a drop-down menu next to it. If you click on it, it should let you reduce it to 50% or bring it up to 150.
Oh, 300. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Now, how do I get out of there?
Basically, you should be able to just go back up and click view options.
Here we go. I'll go back to 100.
And it should go back to just having the regular.
I'll just go back to
keys up
100. There. Okay. So, but the other thing that's interesting is I have the full screen of everybody that's still here.
Mm-hmm.
On my screen, but I also have another film strip down the side.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think it's because of the way I'm screen sharing. Now, if you click on annotate, you get a whole set of different buttons, that you can use to actually annotate
Oh yeah, I
while
see that.
somebody
Yeah.
is sharing their screen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's really really neat. Like I can take, and if I wanted to draw on this thing, I could draw
Oh yeah,
around.
right.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, so did everybody get a chance to do that with the screen share? Because I did see maybe it was Jay was waving. Did you have a question, Jay?
no, I think I think he was waving because of the way that I had this screen way over to the side, partly off, probably
Yeah,
off,
I was just
halfway off
playing Brady
screen.
Bunch
Yeah,
and poking the person above me and beside me. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
yeah,
He had several points to make.
yeah.
Oh, but my main meeting is there, and then there's this little thing on the side, and then how do I get rid of the annotate?
You just click on the little red X up at the. If you've clicked
Oh,
the
yeah, I
annotate,
see it. I see it. I did it. Right on.
okay,
Cool.
but but that's just one of the many things that you can do if you're sharing.
Wow. So
Yeah.
this is part of the latest update.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
on.
and like I said, they've done a whole. I've read through what they did, and a lot of it pertains just to the webinar part of it,
Uh-huh.
but a lot of it is on the meeting thing too. And this Zoom, being able to zoom in on the content without the host having to zoom in to make it so large, because depending on what screen
Yeah.
size you've got,
Oh yeah.
150 may work for me, but if you on a huge screen, you go to 300, or if you're on a laptop and you go to 300, you're only seeing half of one letter or
Yeah,
something.
right.
You want to adjust it for what you're seeing, not necessarily what the host is seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Can I interrupt again with a comment?
Yes, please.
This is from Lon McClure. It says, great info on Zoom. Busy moving house the last few weeks, so I've been a bit scarce. Glad I was able to drop in today. And Lon, we are glad that you were able to drop in today as well.
Yeah, it's been a while since we.
Well, welcome, Lon. That's great that you were able to come and hear about Andrew's upcoming programs. So, right on. So we are. I can't believe it. We're just only 3 minutes past the top of the hour. So before we close, here is everybody's opportunity to ask any burning question that may still be there, or to make a comment or whatever. Anybody want to?
How do we register?
How do you register? Right.
Okay. I haven't got the meeting set up yet for the 16th. I'm going to be doing that later. I was just getting this up, but you're a member of the user thing, so the link will, if you got notifications turned on, you'll get a notice when the posting goes up, because that's probably will be the first place that I introduce it.
All right. Okay, so I do know a lot of us are members of your user to user, but what if we're not?
If you're not,
I know there's a couple here that are not, probably.
Okay. You just go over to Google Plus, go to the user to user
Community.
and click the Ask to Join button. At that point, you will then supposed to watch a video that tells you exactly how to join. There's a form to fill out and whatnot. If you're a member of Roland's community, at the same time that you click that Ask to Join, send me an email. And in fact, let me go up here and do this rename.
And while you're doing that, Andrew, I'm just going to mention to everybody that all of Andrew's links are in the comments in the VCP plugin on Lowland's website page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll find the collection link, the user-to-user live link, and a couple of others to Andrew.
Right. So yes, I was aware, and thank you for that, Andrew. Anybody, he has said that before. Anybody who is a member of my community, he would just automatically accept them.
Yeah. And if you notice, that's another thing about Zoom. It allows you to rename yourself. I have just renamed myself. I can always be contacted with that email address.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew is usually he's usually got about 3 personas in his system. You never know which one you're going to be talking to.
That's true. You could be talking to Andy, or you could be talking to Carl, or you could be talking to Preston, or you could be talking to Ray. But I was sort of forced to do that because if I wanted to do some testing, I had to have somebody else in with me. And a lot of my testing happens way after midnight and nobody else is up. So that's the reason I have so many computers, so I can sign in so many different ways and test with myself. And I have very intelligent conversations.
Yeah, I bet you do. Oh dear. This is always fun. So Andrew, I really want to thank you for coming in and actually announcing your new program here and sharing the things that you know. And I do encourage everyone to participate in Andrew's program beginning on April the 16th.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity. It was funny that you mentioned people had been asking about it, and I've been thinking about doing a Zoom thing, and I've done part of one video, and I thought, great, I've got a built-in audience. I'm going to knock this thing out. So thank you for giving me the inspiration.
Okay, so it's been really fun. And I'm just going to say, by way of closing, I have a little closing that I always say. Thank you all for being here, of course. And just with a reminder that it's important to do what you love with passion. So bye for now, and we'll see you next week. And I'm going to move on to...
If you don't mind, I'd like to just recognize and thank Lon and Jazz, of course, for showing up, because we enjoyed coming together, but we also love having the people come in.
Absolutely.
And participate as well.
Yeah, that's, yes, I couldn't agree more. So bye for now, and we'll see you next week. And I'm going to put my scrolling end here.